Jim Harbaugh was telling the truth about our boy JJ McCarthy, man. The glaze session was in full effect, man. Jim Harbaugh had to touch on JJ McCarthy. There's a lot going on this week for obvious reasons, the NFL Combine. So a lot of coaches are being interviewed, things like that. And I kind of like the fact that they reached out to Harbaugh to get an interview, and they had to throw in there the JJ McCarthy talk because as Vikings fans, we all want to know the information. We want to know what he feels like. Although he's expressed his love for JJ McCarthy 1,001 times, it's good to hear it right now because at the end of the day, JJ McCarthy is still in contact with Jim Harbaugh. He had to compare him to his active QB1 right now, Justin Herbert, which in my opinion is a great comparison. If you're talking about how they play, I would take Justin Herbert. You know what I mean? I think he's a good quarterback. But at the end of the day, he said JJ is a tone setter. He brings the energy, great talent. Every fiber of his being is about helping the team. I can guarantee Vikings fans that he is up and at it today, attacking today with enthusiasm unknown to mankind. I love him. I also want to say too, man, he threw in there how he doesn't look forward to playing JJ McCarthy this year because obviously we have the Chargers on our schedule, so we got to see him. And he said that because he knows the type of dog JJ McCarthy is. He just doesn't look forward to it. He knows. He knows, man. This is exciting, man. I'm almost getting into that mode now where I'm starting to get excited like I was last year going into the offseason where I'm ready to see JJ McCarthy. Some more news, too, is something came out yesterday where JJ McCarthy's back over 200 pounds now. That's a good sign. That means he's back eating right. He's back healthy as far as getting on his feet, working out, doing what he needs to do to bulk back up, which I didn't have any concerns about that. I mean, he's naturally a stockier dude. So at the end of the day, all it was going to take for him to get back on his regular eating schedule and he was going to bulk up within a month or two. That's just how it works, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. I know there was some concern there with certain people where they were saying, he might be too small, especially on that video we seen where he was at the game on the sidelines. He looked like me. You know what I'm saying? He looked like me, bruh. And we just can't have that at quarterback. You know what I mean? I could throw the rock, but I can't be back there, bruh. Like, I take one hit, I'm out of there. Send him home. You feel me? But at the end of the day, he's back, bulked up. I like it. I'm liking all the news we're getting out of the NFL Combine. There's a ton of news going on, man, and a ton of just excitement. This is an exciting time of the year. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah coming on, talking about how intentional we're going to be at our weak positions, which hence defensive tackle. It looks like we're really going to go for that or maybe off. One thing's for sure. We're going trenches, bruh. We're going trenches, baby. Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, Kevin O'Connell, I think they all made it clear yesterday and today that we're going trenches. All the reports coming out, Vikings are going trenches, and I'm here for that. Why? Because we have to protect our asset in JJ McCarthy. We also had the talks about how Sam Darnold, all options are on the table. We know that's fluff and more fluff on top of that as well. All right. We know that number 9 is the starting quarterback. Jim Harbaugh dropping this gem, which isn't really, I wouldn't say it's surprising because at the end of the day, he's going to praise JJ McCarthy as he should because he did coach him, probably looked at him as a son for the years that he was with him in Michigan. It's kind of hard to just not show love. And again, I do believe they're probably in contact with each other to this day. Probably helped him throughout the whole rehab, calling him mentor. JJ just seems like the type of guy that's going to keep his mentors close, even though he's the coach of the Chargers. It's all relationships, man. You still got to keep it real with the ones who are real with you. All right. Hey, Jim Harbaugh, shout out to you, man. Hey, I got respect for you being Big Blue. So at the end of the day, but hey, when we see y'all and we got JJ McCarthy going up against Justin Herbert, the glaze session was real today, and I appreciate it. And I know you had to throw your boy JJ in there and say, they're the same type of guy, but you know the truth, man. You know JJ McCarthy really that boy. You feel me? And you might not have switched some Vikings fans' minds that don't believe in the situation, don't believe in JJ, don't think that he's going to be good for the Minnesota Vikings, but you dang sure reinsured a lot of Vikings fans on the type of guy that we're dealing with, even outside of football, just the type of human being, because you hear these types of stories and these types of, people throwing out these characteristics about JJ McCarthy over and over again, not just you. We hear Kevin O'Connell talk like this. We hear Kwesi talk like this. We hear prior college teammates that come out and you ask them about JJ McCarthy. They talk the same way. So it has to be legit, man. It has to. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And the truth of the matter is, this guy and JJ McCarthy is just a true leader, a guy that people gravitate towards, and he's selfless. He's all about the squad. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it, man. Hearing this from a great NFL coach like Harbaugh, you gotta at least put some kind of cookie points there, man. You got to, whether you hate him or you don't. You have to put some points on top of him coming out and saying this about our quarterback, knowing that he's the coach for a whole nother franchise that we actually play in 2025. Y'all let me know how you feel, man. Did Jim Harbaugh change your mind if you weren't a JJ believer? Let me know down in the comments. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.